Buttercup. Live from Gloucester, Massachusetts. Podcasting around the world. You're listening to the GloucesterCast podcast, a production of Joey Shimataro and Good Morning Gloucester Media. Kick back, relax, and enjoy the show with your host, Joey Shimataro, and his crew of merry castaways. No piping plovers will be intentionally harmed in the production of this podcast.
Yeah, we're live now. We're live now. All right. Sorry, everybody. We're doing it from the iPad, so it's a little tricky for us to get it going. Good morning, everyone. We are live from Harbor 9 Golf, one of my favorite places to hang out. Jimmy Dalpiaz is with us.
Good morning, Gloucester.
This empty seat here will be occupied by Nicole Wadsworth-Traft and later by Teddy Spiegel. Who's the GM here?
Well, just imagine somebody there.
Imagine someone's here.
You know, Langa, McCarthy. Just imagine.
Nicole, what happened with Nicole, Pat?
She's on her way.
But what happened? What was the crisis?
What
was today's crisis?
She had to go back home.
Yeah, but you know, and what? There's some reason you're not telling me. What was the reason she had to go back home? Someone said it earlier.
She forgot her wallet.
She forgot her wallet. Okay, there he is. All right.
I didn't think that.
How many times do you forget your wallet?
Quite often.
You do.
My phone.
What did
I'm
he
more on my phone.
He forgets his phone, and that was the whole reason you had a heart attack. That the car had Apple Play, and you said it can't just have Apple Play because that means it doesn't have navigation. I says, what are you talking about? And then you said, well, Jimmy forgets his phone all the time, so we won't have Apple Play.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to Pat, and Nicole just showed up. We were talking about you. Oh, you got your golf out. You gotta take a couple swings.
What are you drinking?
I'm drinking water.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I know, right?
That's good. Good morning.
Good morning. Perfect. Good job, Pat. So there's a lot to talk about Harbor 9.
Yeah.
And Harbor 9 is not just a golf simulation place, Sportsbar.
Right.
We're going to talk about that with Teddy in a little bit. Langa is going to join us at 9:15. First off, I think we should get started out with our condolences to John Sarkin's family and friends. John Sarkin apparently passed away at his studio a couple days ago. For those do you know who John Sarkin was?
I meant to go back and read more, and you posted some great things, and I obviously know the name, and I remember even before I did the podcast reading a lot about him, but I never had the honor of meeting him.
So the long and short of John Sarkin is he was some type of doctor. He had a stroke. He had no prior artistic abilities at all, and he came out of the stroke basically doodling, and incessantly for hours on end, like make these drawings with markers and then rip off the page, toss it, go to another one, rip off the page, toss it, like just unbelievable amount. Well, and they were pretty artistic, I guess. I guess Vanity Fair or Esquire magazine it was, picked up the story. Tom Cruise saw it, started buying his artwork, and like from there, like all these famous people wanted to use his artwork. The band Guster, who was a little bit after my time, but definitely in Kate's time. Do you know Guster?
Yep.
You knew him, but did you listen to him?
No.
No. But like a little bit after, just after our time, the band Guster, he did all of the album art for Guster. He was from Rockport. He took the train to Gloucester every single day and had his studio, Fish City Studios. And if you walked into his studio, the floor was ground in with like grease crayons, like that the whole floor was basically a palette of greasy, like multicolors and artwork that, like, again, was just strewn all over the place. Early on the time that I had met him, he had a shop. He had a studio at the Birdseye plant just like the year before Birdseye got torn down. And when he was at his new studio across from where our shop is, I was in there one day and he was doing a chalk drawing. It was like probably 5 feet tall by 12 feet long, and he was banging it out. And it was like in like 3 or 4 hours, he banged out this like huge mackerel, like one big image of a mackerel. But I was there, and this woman, older woman, walks in, like around the crayons and the artwork, and says, "Wow, John, I really like that." She goes, "I'll give you $15,000 for that." And he says, "No, I go, he goes, "That's a $20,000 piece. I can't sell it for $15,000." She goes, "John, I got my checkbook right here." He banged it out in 4 hours. He goes, no. And she walked out. Like, that's how, like, he was, like, so his art was no joke. So, again, yesterday, right across from our studio, across from Cafe Sicilia, people were coming and laying flowers on his stoop.
I saw a bunch of them sitting there telling stories.
Yeah.
And they were all talking about it and sharing with each other.
Yeah.
It was really nice.
And he's a guy from Rockport that, like, absolutely ingrained himself into the fabric of Gloucester. I know he was a Minglewood Harborside trivia fanatic. He would go there for trivia night, like, all the time. There's a big group that, like, welcomed him. I didn't know a whole lot other than his artistic stuff and that, but Guster is a pretty big deal. And he was in a Guster video too.
So cool.
His artwork was in one of his good music videos.
How
So
old was he, Joey? Like, what's?
I want to say he was 65, but that's a total guess.
Yeah.
I don't really know. But, like, he was walking up and down Main Street every day. We saw him, like, I think we saw him the day before, just walking out in front of the studio. So it was not like something that we knew that he was really ill. So really sad. Pat, if there's any questions, because we can't really see the questions on our end. Actually, I can change one little setting here. Hold on a sec.
Here we go.
I know.
Isn't this wild? It's the microphone.
There
See, we got the little lapels.
Okay.
We do nothing but the best here.
Nothing but the best productions here. Bluefin Blowout review.
Oi.
I'm gonna let you take it, Jim.
Oh, wow. All right. Imagine this, folks. Imagine a production by Sedalia and her crew. And you know already how organized that's going to be and on point. Then you take a sprinkling of all these other little things. Drew Hale and his humor, and knowing all the different captains and getting them to talk about smack to each other and on and off the mic. I tried a few times to get the mic over there when they were talking smack. You do that. You put your Scotty Mac music in, keeping the tunes going. Then you put in Gloucester coming out and supporting Alzheimer's in so many different ways by donating and then buying some of the items that were there, from the T-shirt selling to the when they had the dinner and they had the big banquet and they were putting money in for the auctions and stuff. Then you have Vinwood. That was great. Then you have food trucks that came out that really got people. Then you top it with Nicole putting all those photos out, her photos and everything. We were just lucky to be there to catch all of it on film. I mean,
Tom Curry and Pat and our little production with our podcast, which we have some ideas about next year, how we're going to change things up a little bit. We discussed. Nicole, what was it like for you?
It's my favorite week of the year, but it's so much fun. My only regret is that I'm on the dock the entire time, and every once in a while we would make it upstairs, under the tent, and just see all the excitement up there and everything that's happening. But it is just, it's just amazing. And we always say, if you haven't been down, come down and look at the fish. But it's so much more than that. And to be there and watch it all unfolding, to be there early in the morning, and to know the texts are coming in, or even to wake up and be like 3 on already, and you hear the kind of the fishtails in the background about who hooked up and who lost, and then to see them come in and to know that there's fish on the dock and to know that they're big but they're waiting in line, and there's just so much excitement. But and I wish I could find it quickly, but I won't be able to. But I have one photo. It's not a great photo, but it just, for me, is kind of like the quintessential bluefin blowout, and it's a picture of a little boat called
Picture of Trump with the American flag and the blood going on his face. Is that the quintessential photo?
Nope. It's the Red Solo Cup, which is a boat that caught a fish and backed into the weigh-in station. A little boat, a great, adorable boat. They caught a great fish, and it was backing out of the weigh-in station as all risk, which is, I'm guessing, a Viking, a massive sport fishing boat, like Pipe Dreams, one of those, like Duck Soup, and was waiting to come in. And I have a picture of this, giant, how big do you think Pipe Dreams is, or All Risk, or 70 feet?
Yeah.
One of these 70-foot, unbelievable sport fishing boats waiting to pull into the weigh-in station as a little Red Solo Cup is, backing out of the weigh-in station. And to see those two boats, perpendicular to each other, and their fish were very similar in size, and it just kind of, for me, summarizes, what the bluefin blowout is.
Yeah.
We have commercial fishermen on their boats that work every day, that are out there cracking on, and then these amazing.
There were the big boats where they were pulling in, and we were filming it, and people were texting us and saying, "Jim, are you losing it? Where's the fish?" It was all underneath in the bay. To the little red Solo Cup there, Red Solo Cup. The guys were sitting on top of the tuna smoking cigars.
Right.
They're sitting on top of it, coming in, look what we caught. They're sitting on top of it, coming in.
The Widowmaker, their little center console, is like the size of their fish. Those two kids, I don't even know. They explained it to Drew, how they get the fish up and over and onto that center console. Such a great little boat, you know what I mean? But it's just so funny to see it weighing in fish alongside these sport fishing boats. And with 93 boats in the Bluefin Blowout this year, that's what you had. The difference in types of boats that were entered, and the local characters, junior to these sporty boats that come up from a couple states away.
To Scotty, I forget his last name, that was doing all the fish.
Marshall
Marshall with his magic boots.
Yeah.
His magic boots.
And we have to give a special shout out to, first it starts and ends. It doesn't start and end with. It starts with Sedalia and her team, who is already, I'm sure, planning, in meetings, planning how they're going to do it for next year, because she really is the glue. But one more shout out. I think what makes it really, really great is Scotty and Drew going back and forth are super entertaining. Their relationship when they're on, when Scotty's on the mic and playing off each other makes it a real great spectacle. So there's that. Kate, I can read this amazingly. Sedalia Schwartz, incredible. Drew Hale and Rob. Warren, epic. Scotty Mack crushed it again. Nicole Wadsworth Shaft, awesome. Tom Curry, too many people to mention. Such a fun event. Yep.
Yeah, if you haven't gone on to the Bluefin Blowout, especially the Instagram, but their Facebook as well. Tom Curry is just. I've asked him. I've told him, like, when things quiet down, will you please show me how you
He's not
every single fish. Well, I don't want to do it but for school, I would love to be able to do things like that. Lang is waiting. Lang is waiting.
Okay. All right. Why don't we move on to our friend Chris Langanaganakopolis. Bring him on. Chris, how are you?
Hey guys, what's going on?
Pat, so can you bring your laptop over here so I can? I know this is kind of a funny thing because if I have that mic on, we're kind of screwed. You just turn it. Oh, we're gonna get.
I don't know how to.
I'm sorry, Chris. We should have had this. Oh, never mind. I'll do it from this. Pat.
He's talking, and I think people can hear him. We just.
Yeah, we can. Oh, I understand. Let me see if I can get this to go here. Chris?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I have it. I don't. We'll have to figure this out another time. We don't have the technology figured out. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Chris.
Bye.
We'll call you back and do one a different time where we're not using these mics. It's these mics that screw this thing up because we'll have the echo.
I so sad. I wanted to hear what was
But
happening.
everybody got to see Chris's handsome face though. And we're wishing you well. You know what?
Thank
Chris,
you.
I'm gonna give you a couple minutes and we won't hear what you're saying, but the audience will be able to hear, which is much more important. So why don't you just sum up what you were going to say anyway, and then wave when you want us to, when you're going to say goodbye.
All right, I'll keep it short. So I'm out here. I'm in Tulsa, Oklahoma, shooting this. It's really a business incubator, entrepreneur / reality TV show. Been here for I've been here since last Wednesday. I feel like I've been here for 2 weeks. It's been actually a really amazing experience. I'm not really a reality TV show guy. I don't watch reality TV shows, but I do. But I obviously do work a lot, and this has been a really incredible experience. After the first probably half day, you kind of forget about all the cameras. But really, what happens is I've been up basically every morning by 6:37. Studying for that day's lesson, and then we have breakfast, and then we get into 2 hours of learning, kind of a business class. Then we break out into work groups they call pods. We have 15 minutes to put together a 3-minute pitch each day based on a certain topic. So today's topic is venture capital. Yesterday was about building a sales funnel, and then we have consults, which is basically you sit down with a successful entrepreneur. Typically, these entrepreneurs have sold 5, 6, 7 companies, multi-millionaires, and who have been very successful at entrepreneurship. So you sit down with them and you present your pitch, and then you sit down and you do a 15-minute discussion with them. They ask you questions, things like that. That takes you out until later in the day. You have dinner, and then you come back for what they call the blocks off, where they announce points. They don't announce the points, but they tell you, here are the top teams, and the top teams make it up onto the main stage. So this is in a giant auditorium with all green screens around you. They announce the winners. You get called up onto the stage, and there's a final challenge. So I'm exhausted. It's been 2 days. I've worked harder in the last 2 days than I think I have in the last month. It's super intense. But the biggest takeaway is probably whoever these casting people are, I want these casting people to help us pick our friends, because they found some really, really smart people with great business ideas who are just kind. There's no drama. There's none of that crap at all. It's been a really great experience. So I'm bummed I can't talk to you guys about it. We could talk about it. I'll be back next Wednesday. We can talk on Sunday, but it's been really good. Thanks for having me on. I miss you guys, and I'll see you soon. And that's it. So we'll talk to you guys later.
All right. There's Chris Langanopoulos. We have no idea what he was saying. In the back of my head, he was just calling me an asshole for fucking 25
No,
minutes.
you know what I was thinking? What I was
Wearing
thinking.
his 750th black V-neck T-shirt.
Right. That's what I was going to say. He remembered the packet because we saw him the night before, just before he was leaving, and he said he hasn't packed everything yet. So kudos for him to remember his.
Well, he did say he was going to pack 6 minutes before he had to leave, but when your entire wardrobe consists of 24 black V-neck T-shirts, that's not hard to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm so sad. I'm so excited to hear like what he's doing out there.
Yeah.
How
So
he's going.
I got to check it later.
Well, you
and
know
who
you
else?
can.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
No, it would have been nice to ask him some questions, though.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Joey, I just want to finish with the Bluefin by saying thank you for giving us the opportunity to get down there. I appreciated you, to say that GMG is going to be there, and they opened it up. So Sedalia, Drew, all the Scotties, Nicole, thank you for letting us go down the deck and going back and forth between you and me trying to get the fish, and we both didn't knock each other off, but we got close. We almost knocked each other off twice. But thank you. Appreciate it.
Anybody else want to talk about the Bluefin blowout? You got 24, 5 more minutes? I'd say one more thing, because in truthfulness, Pat and Jimmy really carried the broadcast from our end. I was just kind of holding the mic to get the audio, because if we didn't have the mics close to the captain's mouths, these mics are not designed to go long distance. But Jimmy really did a great job angling that camera in there so you can see the fish. Pat really sacrificed the entire Bluefin blowout experience because she was locked in behind a desk, like for the whole time, checking comments. And what Jimmy said, there was some of the comments were like, "Where is this? How come you haven't mentioned where the place is?" The kind of comments that would drive you up a wall when it says it's Bluefin blowout at the title. So there's that. So thank you to you guys because you made it special. So we had kind of like a little issue yesterday. We have a little controversial issue right here, and I want to hear our viewers' take on this. So we have a neighbor at the cave. Laura is like one of the nicest people ever. Our neighbor upstairs is also super nice, and we love the people from Cafe Sicilia. So everybody there's kind of like an unwritten rule on Main Street that you don't park like for any, if you have to load and unload your car, you park in front of your shop to load and unload it, and then you move and you get a spot down St. Peter's Park or up on the main, other places, Middle Street, wherever you can find a parking spot. But like generally, you don't park right in front of the shops. Well, this new guy moved in where Brandon Pratt was, and he's got a huge Sprinter van. Like it's a big, tall van. And also there's 2-hour parking limits on Main Street. And he parked it all day long directly in front of the cave. And I hadn't met the guy yet, but it was like, as the day was going on, it was driving me more and more crazy. Not so much for us, but for her. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I was just like, what is this? Like, does it register for this guy? Like, how? So I was going to say, so I was talking, Lauren, like, said, this is kind of wild that this guy does this. She says, something? I go, have you said anything to him? She goes, well, I said, she said something to the effect of, really, wow, people really can't see the store when that truck is there. But she didn't directly tell him to move it. Like, I'm just going to, I haven't met him yet. I don't want to, like, be a jerk about it. But maybe he just doesn't get it. You know what I mean? So I said, I'm going to go over there. I'm going to say something to him. So I went in the store, but there was, like, someone in there. Like, I didn't know if they were a customer or something. So I kind of, like, looked around. I walked out, and then when we were closing up, I walked in. He was outside. I said, "Hey, my name is Joe Shimataro." He introduced himself. Seems like a super nice guy. I said, I said, I started out, and I want everybody to tell me how they think I handled this. I said, listen, I'm not telling you what to do, and you do what you think is right. But I just want to, like, if you could just take a look and think from Laura's perspective, if that was your store, how you would feel about it. I says, again, I'm not like telling you what to do or you have to do something or it's like, whatever. But just like you to consider that we generally don't park in front of the shops for any amount of time. Like the most I think I would ever park on Main Street would be, if I'm going to be at our shop all day long, would be like an hour, maybe two, if I'm pushing it. Or if I'm if I'm up the street and I'm having dinner and it takes me 2 hours, then I'd park for 2 hours. But I don't generally do it. So do you think that I handled that okay?
Yeah, I think you. I thought explaining to the guy the code. This is kind of the code that we learned that we're following. We understand each other. I think you talked to him well. I guess we'll find out when we go. If we see the truck right there again,
he's gonna be right in front of 44 Main from
Yeah.
now on. Well, so here's my question.
The
So,
what?
Yeah.
What's SVU?
Special.
Oh,
Law and order.
yeah. Oh, maybe it's a stake. Maybe
Oh.
the whole operation is an SVU, and it's a big. It's really one of those it's an investigation thing, and he's
Great.
probably
Great. And you just blew everything.
do we
Joey.
blow his cover?
You just
Do
blew
we just
everything
blow the
with
cover?
Tony.
Maybe. So was he moving in that day?
No,
No.
he's been
No.
moved in for a while.
So both of my jobs, both on campus, it's a rule, not even an unwritten rule that the faculty staff parks further away to let parents unload their children and be closer to business, right? You want them to get the better parking spots. But even at the bar, I would never park right out front because that limits the
Oh my
parking
God, yeah.
for the customers. You want customers to be able to get ease in parking, especially when parking is at a premium. So, I think no matter where you go, that's kind of the general rule. But especially if you have a small business where you're hoping people can see your window front, your storefront, your curb appeal, and all of that. So I
Well,
feel
there
like
is there.
1 out of 100 people would not know that that's not acceptable.
Well, there also is that 2-hour time limit.
Yeah, there's that.
And
too.
it was Saturday. It wasn't Sunday. It was Saturday. So it's in effect then. Sunday, the meter maids aren't out.
No.
It's a little slower down Main Street, but not necessarily. Well, this is our first summer, so we don't really know how it was actually been busy on Main Street. Yesterday was very busy.
And
So
so,
Public question.
Okay, I think I can read them. How did Laura feel about you speaking up? Well, I told Laura that I was going to speak up, and I didn't say it. I didn't say it to him that was Brenda Grimes Davis asked that question. I didn't say it in an aggressive way. I just said it in a way that, to think about it kind of way. Ed Collins says, I think that you did a good job, bring it to this attention, Joey, and now you have to see how he responds. Hopefully he's a responsible businessman. And Jeanette Cusick-Parisi says, I'm glad you spoke up. Yeah, I've dealt with enough people that come at you pigeon-chested, in your face, aggressively. I was not at all aggressive. And, I walked away and said, and I think I left it on, tried to leave it on a good night, have a good day at night or something like that. So just something for people to think about, So there's that. I'll go to this one. The Cut Bridge has a new kitchen, staff, and a new Instagram account. Pat, did you have a graphic for that?
Yes. But I might have to
So
get it.
so they have, so the cut, basically you'll see it there, but they have a new chef and a new bartender.
Noah is what I think Noah would. I'm thinking that Noah was at Short and Main, but he's a widely regarded as not just a bartender, but a mixologist, one of these kind of guys.
And then
Yeah. So there we go. Head new chef, new bar manager, which is Noah, and new Instagram account. Can you read what the name of the Instagram account is?
Kitchen at the Cut.
Kitchen at the Cut. If you want to follow them, you'll get information as it comes out. Brenda Grimes Davis gives me the thumbs up. I think that might be that Noah was at Short Maine, where her son is the head chef.
Right.
So yeah, there's that.
Joey, is that kind of like weird, or is it kind of okay that they change within the first couple of months that they kind of opened up? Is that something that big with restaurants? You find that happening?
Well, is this just for the restaurant? Did the restaurant not have its own? So the Cut, obviously, the live entertainment part obviously has lots of social media.
Right.
Maybe the restaurant part didn't have its own
Yeah, I don't know.
Instagram. Maybe they've just decided that they wanted to separate so that people don't only think of the live music, but think of it as a place to go grab a meal.
I'm not
So
sure.
it might be
Changed
new
everything.
altogether.
Right.
It might not be changed. But
Okay.
new.
So I wanted to give a shout out because so Nick Poulin lives at the end of our street. Young guy, he's going to Bryant College. He's one of these cross country kids, runs all the time. I think he came in third. I could be totally wrong. Definitely top 5, top 10 in the Fiesta 5K. He went to King's 2 days ago, and he posted a picture of one of those elite roast beef sandwiches.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, because Kate and I have been going to King's every single week, and that's a picture of it right there. Kate and I have been going to King's every single week for their chicken kebab salad, and it's really, really good. They cleaned the place up. They took out that the pipe iron railing that separates where you go into order. They put down new flooring.
They opened up the back.
They opened up the space.
More light in.
They put tables. They took out the booths.
Yeah.
If you haven't been to King's lately, I highly recommend you go there, try their roast beef, because for a while there, Gloucester didn't really have a legit roast beef.
Yeah.
Now, what's the place by the train station? That Greg's?
Yeah.
Greg serves a great roast beef, and King's serves a great roast beef. But we've been really, really enjoying, and the prices are reasonable and everything else.
Great menu. It was kind of just a little quick on that one. When we were talking about King's, almost everyone's reaction was, "Oh wait, I've been to King's," and we kept saying, "No, it's new. They're really trying, and it looks really good." So kudos to them.
I'm going to ask. Billy Silvestri is hardcore. He does the cheesesteak reviews and beef reviews. Billy says, "Let's go. We are in full agreement over the new King's beef." Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
So there you go. And he is a knowledgeable beef guy.
Yeah.
He prides himself on being a big beef guy. So there's that. What I'd like to ask the regulars, did we show the video of the seagull entering our shop during the block party last week? If someone could tell us, yes, the seagull, we showed the video. I know I posted it on my Instagram account, but I don't know if we showed it
No, we referred to it at the beginning of last week's podcast that we were going to show it, and then we never did.
Okay, so can you play that clip? This is at our shop during... Kate! We have a seagull. Kate, how are we going to get this out of here? Come on out of here, buddy.
Is that the one that went on the
We have a seagull that just walked into our shop.
I know, I saw it.
You better prank
So, so that is the thirsty seagull. Apparently, he's looking for some water.
Or he was looking for plovers.
Or he's looking for plovers to eat.
Or
That's
some
it.
swag.
Or some swag, or some puffin paraphernalia from Pat's Puffin Emporium. But I don't know if they heard the audio, but the audio is basically of me asking Kate how we're going to get the seagull out because, as you know, I'm not an animal person. And
So we've had you and Ralph
Right.
trying to get a squirrel out of his place.
yeah,
That was an awesome video. Now we've got this seagull here.
Yeah.
I don't know what's next.
Word
I
is
don't know
being
what's
spread
next.
around town that Joey is just a glutton for wildlife coming. And now they're all going to start. It's going to be like they're all going to start encroaching on.
They know I don't like
Joey's,
them.
right?
I'm not an animal person. I'm not a bird person.
Spreading the word through the forests and the coasts.
Yeah, they're talking to each other in
Yeah.
animal speak.
Totally.
Yeah,
Let
me-
The children's
Let's
book
go.
reading it.
Let's go fucking torture this guy.
No, let
knowing that he
me
doesn't like
imitate
fucking
right
animals.
now when people are coming to the store with dogs and Joey goes out and says, "Oh, look at that. It's a beautiful dog. We have some water for you. Can I give you a biscuit?" And they say, "Sure, I would love a biscuit."
I throw it. So we have milk bones for the dogs when they walk by because it hasn't worked yet. We haven't got a sale out of it. I thought like people, oh, we're nice people. We're gonna go in and buy something, and they don't buy it. But like I get the dog bone, and then I see the dog coming to take it out of I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna bite my hand. I just throw it on the ground, and then it goes on the ground right in front of us, and it breaks in a million pieces.
Yeah.
And then the dog's gonna sit there for 15
And that's
minutes
why
trying
the
to eat
seagull,
it.
hence the seagull coming in because, you know,
Yeah,
they
little
put the word
tongues.
out.
Might
Yeah.
be related.
Yeah, they're all talking to each other
Yes.
to torture me.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down
That's
to.
what it is.
It's gonna be an
Uh,
elephant next week. It's gonna be like random animals coming from far away.
oh yeah, that's right. So I'm leaving this morning. I was making up some merch today. I got some new hoodies in. I was making some Thirsty Seagull hoodies and Gloucester Drinking Town, like the left chest navy blue hoodies. They come out great. But I was down in downstairs and I didn't bring my phone downstairs, so I had no idea what time it is. I went upstairs, and it was 7:50, and we needed to be here at 8:15 to start the podcast. And the cat puked, so I yelled at the Kate, "Kate, the cat puked!" So she had a little mess to clean up this morning. Poor Kate.
Sorry, gotta go.
Sorry, I had to go. What you gotta do? You gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go.
Sorry, you can't.
So
Oh,
there's.
you can't puke,
Sorry,
but
can't. By the way, has anybody seen this story about Martha's Vineyard and the windmill that just shattered? The offshore windmill that shattered and it's just washing up, and they've shut down the beaches on Martha's Vineyard.
No, I saw you speak
It's
about
been
our own,
everywhere.
that Gloucester
Well,
has
the
our
reason
own, but I didn't know. I
the
didn't know
reason-
why you were commenting on that. Yeah.
So I showed this video has been circulating, and it's literally the entire beach is covered with shards of fiberglass. Like,
Thanks.
because you know how big these blades are enormous.
Yes.
So we had our own catastrophe here where after 5 or 6 years, the thing just comes crashing down, unannounced, like no warning, crashing down. Phil Scannell says it's in Nantucket. Sorry, Nantucket more than Martha's Vineyard. Nantucket. I think they're both getting it. Anyway,
Yeah.
so here's the thing. They're basically taking like bigger than the size of Massachusetts off the East Coast and putting windmill farms. And that's over salt water. All right. Like what the thing that I would really like to know from our lawmakers are now, especially so you have a Gloucester lawmakers who witnessed this our windmill come crashing down. Right. They also represent a big part of the constituency are fishermen, and they're taking out miles and miles and like tons of miles of fishing grounds for these windmills. I would like to know what assurances are in place so when these windmills fail, because they're metal or fiberglass. They're not built for eternity. When they fail and fall in and smash and wash up, fiberglass wash up all over the beaches, who's on the hook to repair them? Because we still don't have an answer. Like that one, they just took it down. The one in Gloucester, they just took it down. Like it wasn't rebuilt by the company that sold us the windmill. Apparently, I don't know if they got insurance money for it, or were they just told when they was sold, oh, it's going to just work forever. Because so I would think, and it probably has to be the case, because I know our representatives are smart people. They saw it, they witnessed it here. I can't imagine that they're not asking these questions before it gets put into law that they're going to allow these windmills to be put in the public domain, which is the ocean. So is there insurance? Is there a bond? Are they bonded that these companies that make them are going to have to pay for the repairs that when they inevitably fail? So Pat, can you put the video up that I sent you? So should push those turbines. So like I don't know what's going on. I would love.
Right.
So I'm not an investigative reporter, and I'm just asking questions.
Right.
I would like Ethan Foreman. If Ethan Foreman's listening to this, Ethan, here's a question: can you ask the lawmakers? Can you ask someone from Varian, like what was the recourse after that thing came crashing down? And ask the lawmakers what recourse when they fail at sea and they've taken over our fishing grounds. Like, what is the recourse then? Or are we just saying fuck it? I mean, that's what I'd like to know. So there's that. The windmill situation is too controversial. It's insane that there is such a divide with them. I don't know that there's that much of a divide. I mean, I think there's people that like, so we did solar, right? Like, I'm not a hardcore conservative. I'm definitely not a liberal, but I lean a little bit to the right. But I see there are things like that the Democrats stand for that I appreciate, like not limiting abortions and stuff like that. So, and I don't want to get into that, but what I'm saying is I can see both sides of the aisle. We got solar. I wasn't against solar because I did a research. It's warranted, and I did that because it was a good financial decision for me and Kate, and it's actually panned out tremendously. I'm not against all green technology because I'm some kind of hardcore conservative that says it's all no good. Like I could see, like I actually am very interested in potentially driving a Tesla. If the price was right, I would potentially think about it. But these windmills, to me, we've seen it completely fail.
Yeah.
And that's not over salt water in the ocean. So to me, that's kind of cut and dry. It's not like this isn't, I don't think, for me, it's not a political, because I'm in one party or the other, I am registered independent. It's because I'm talking pragmatic. I see the thing fail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So anyway, there's that.
I guess I don't have anything because I don't have any information about it. I didn't really read about it except for what I read. It is opening up a lot of questions, and I'm sure people are going to start asking. And you're right. I agree. I think we have some great lawmakers that probably thought about this too.
Kate wants to talk about the race simulate. Yeah, we are actually. Teddy's going to come on. Is it, Teddy? You're a minute late. Our guy Teddy.
He's coming over.
Teddy Spiegel, GM here at this awesome spot.
Take my spot.
Oh.
Over here.
Hop right in here, buddy.
Got a little
Breakfast,
egg and
Shaggy.
cheese, little Canadian bacon. Oops, sorry about that. A
Jimmy
Canadian bacon,
called that.
egg and cheese on a croissant roll
Hold that
for
for a
you.
second. I'm going to take this. Jimmy will put that right. Okay, I'll take that.
Absolutely.
So you can put your fingers on. Oh yeah, there you go. So these are available From what time to what time? And what
9
days?
a.m. until 11 p.m. That's going to be Thursday through Sunday. It's only $5. So you got a croissant roll. You've got fresh, cracked organic eggs, scrambled, a little bit of Land O'Lakes white American cheese, and some Canadian bacon.
Check that out.
$5, can't beat it.
$5. I've had them several times.
We often get the text on our group text that Joey's on his way here for either one of these or for a burger.
Because it's
I know.
it's an unbelievable.
So just so you know, outside of here, we're often Joey's on his way to Harbor 9.
Well,
So
you know, everybody's got to
I
come
know
over
it's
here and
always
get it.
you know I'm
$5.
always working,
Can't
but
beat
it's
it.
awesome.
When I say no brainer,
It's a no-brainer.
it's a no brainer.
Yeah.
And you're gonna try it,
I
and you're
hope
gonna
so.
say, "Oh my God, this is amazing."
Yeah.
The burger we got. Jimmy and I and Pat came here yesterday. We got the burger, and not just the burger though. We got a couple of the sides. The cheese
Chili
cheese steak.
cheesesteak egg rolls with a little bit of beer cheese sauce on the side. Oh, you got the vegetable spring rolls with a sweet chili sauce. Delicious.
And there's the burger right there, $5 burger. That's a legitimate, like real deal, not a tiny burger patty. I think it's a third of a pound.
Yeah, 80-20. Fresh ground beef. We have it ground fresh for us by the guys over at Market Basket at the butcher shop. And you got a special sauce that we make in house. We have your Land O'Lakes white American cheese, lettuce, tomato, onion, pickle. $5.
So say that again.
Can't beat it.
Thursday through Saturday.
So you're doing Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Starts at noon until we sell out. We usually patty up about 25, 30 burgers each day. And then as soon as we sell, patty them up.
Like
So,
that.
yeah, absolutely.
So kind of like, so we've been talking about this for the last couple of weeks. We came here. We had a bash for the Celtics playoff game. The place was packed. It was so much fun. The drinks were great. The bartenders were great. The pub food here is legit. It is give us just a quick rundown of some of the pub food.
We got a pulled pork sandwich on Virgilio's brioche, butter toasted roll. It comes with fries. We got chicken tenders, delicious Tyson chicken tenders. You get 5 in an order, big size French fries. You can get garlic parm toss. You can get sweet chili. You can get buffalo, whatever you like, plain. We have the Pearl Country hot dog, quarter pound, Virgilio's roll, split top, delicious.
I don't know that anybody in town is doing pub food just quite as good as you're doing pub food.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, we try to keep it affordable and it's all delicious and freshly made daily.
It is amazing and it's affordable. And I personally absolutely love the vibe here. You can get espresso in the morning, right?
Yeah.
Espresso. So so we have behind us, we're in one of the bays for the golf simulator, but kind of a little bit of a rebranding because it just makes sense. There's so much. This is the perfect place to watch a ball game, football game, golf. There's the Open right now. We're watching on big screens in front of the back and behind the bar. The Open is on right now. And yesterday when we came in, the Open was on there, and you had the course where they're playing the golf on. Guys were playing the simulator.
Royal Troon. Yeah, we have Royal Troon on the TrackMan simulator. So we have a tournament going on until 8 o'clock tonight. It's $20 buy-in. You guys want to come in, gals want to come in and golf 9 holes. $20 buy-in. You can win. The grand prize is 2 hours in the VIP bay for up to 10 of your friends. So $20. Why not? Come on down. Take your shot at the Royal Troon.
It's really fun. So I've been obsessed with Harbor 9 this whole week. My wife is sick of hearing me say the words Harbor 9 because it was one thing after another. Because we talked, I'm always obsessed with the $5 burger, but then we're talking about it's a sports. It's going to be a sports bar, and Jesus, football season coming up. It's going to be an unbelievable place to watch football. Oh my God! And then I posted it. And then there's another event we're going to talk about in a little while. So that was a third thing, and then I wake up in the morning. I'm trying to populate the blog, so I'm scrolling through to see what's in my email that I need to post, what's cool happening, and I see Ross Franklin. Can you put the image up for me, Pat? Backed in over here, 10 o'clock to 1:30 a.m. The Funky Fresh food truck backed in, like serving his awesome grub outside, late night food. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this place is the most innovative place in town right now. It's going wild. So, I mean, so what is the deal with Ross Franklin right now and the food truck?
We tried to collaborate with him. We are collaborating with him. We're trying to get him here Fridays and Saturdays moving forward throughout the summer. We're open till midnight on the weekends. So Friday and Saturday, we're open till midnight. He's going to have his truck right out front. He's going to be doing his amazing tacos, his tots, all of his amazing things that he does.
Show us your tots.
10 until midnight, people will be able to come grab his food off the truck, come on inside. Our kitchen's closed at 10 on the weekends.
Gotcha.
So we got him coming here at 10. You can grab his grub, bring it in, sit at the bar. You can golf the last 2 hours we're open. You can have a cocktail while you're eating his amazing food at the bar. And then he's here till 1:30 in the morning. So, I mean, he just did his inaugural here, his first at Harbor 9 this Friday. And he had another gig last night, but next weekend we hope for him to come back, and we're going to try and get him to come back and make this a thing throughout the summer.
Crazy. Brenda Graham says, no burgers on Sundays, Thursday through Saturday, Brenda. Thursday through Saturday. There we go. Okay. So then we have another event. So I didn't realize this, but the opening ceremonies for the Olympics is coming up. And why don't you take this away, Steven Spielberg?
So Steven Spielberg has a little bit to do with the production of the opening ceremonies. It's 4 hours long. Friday, July 26th. It starts at 7:30 here. We're gonna have a watch party starting at 6. So come on in. We're gonna have food. We're gonna have raffles. We're gonna have swag, drink specials, food specials. It's gonna go from 7:30 until 11:30 that night. Come and watch it on the 15-foot screens. We have our full bar that's going to be open. We have the 75-foot, I wish, 75-inch TVs behind the bar. But the ceremony is supposed to be one of the best ceremonies we've ever seen. So we want to have this watch party here and pack the place and have everybody enjoy the Olympics. We're also going to have the Olympics running on all of these screens with sound through the 11th. So everything from golf that's going to be going on from the 1st through the 10th, to surfing, to breaking, which is breakdancing, to basketball, anything you can think of, gymnastics.
Can I chime in for 1 second?
Yeah.
Just
I love soccer. I love the soccer.
So
Soccer, yeah.
Rockport, Greg and Sarah Wilkinson. I don't know if you know them. They have Wyatt and Finn Wilkinson, are the same age as my two boys. But Greg has been the head sailing coach at Boston College for a long time, and he is coaching one of his alumni from Boston College who is now sailing for Team USA. So he left for France a couple of days ago and is coaching over there. But what a great thing to have the sailing up
That's
in
so
here,
cool. Wow.
because Sarah is a select woman in Rockport and has been for a long time. But
Well,
a
tell
lot
her
of friends and family. So what a great thing to have up here on the TV to watch our hometown guy coaching Erica.
I'm sorry.
No, it's good.
Can you ask her to give us a heads up a day ahead of time, so it'll make the newsletter at the end of the night of when we can see them, and so we can advertise that.
Perfect. Yep. She said she was going to post the schedule closer to sailing is August 1st to August 8th.
Well, just have her when we can see her with local person, have her get in touch with us.
I will.
Awesome.
One more thing, if you don't mind. The golf, so the actual course that they're going to be playing in Paris is Le National. And we actually got the rights to that course on the TrackMan system. So if you want to come in and watch Olympic golf on the TVs behind you and play the actual Olympic course here, you can do that. We're going to also have tournaments. I can't give details yet, but we're going to have some tournaments, some closest to the pin and longest drive competitions going on.
So what's funny is I'm not a golfer because I never took up golf. I've golfed like probably 7 times in my life, but because I work so much, I know I don't have enough time to devote to it, so I wouldn't be that good. That being said, yesterday I picked up a club and I started playing with the TrackMan here. And
I have a video you can show.
Yeah.
do you have it uploaded? I had so much.
There you go.
I had so much fun. Listen, Pat picked out one where I whiffed because she is my nemesis and she hates to show any of my victories. But I became instantly obsessed with hitting the balls and getting a really good one. And I wasn't going to stop until I got one right down the middle inside the circle where I was aiming for, and I got it.
Did you have to stay open late for that to happen?
No.
How long did it take?
No. McCarthy says I have a pretty good stroke, but yeah, it's a blast.
It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot
of fun. It helps you really dial it in, and it really translates to the real golf course.
Yeah.
I mean, people come in here, they practice. They hit our driving range, and they're like, all right, can we hit your driving range for half an hour, an hour? There's a lot of courses around here don't have a driving range.
Yeah.
And
you have to travel to get
to. Or you have to travel to get to a driving range. And people come in here, and we love people coming here to do that and hop on the golf course and try to incentivize them to come back after the round and get the AC and have some cocktails and some food.
The air conditioning, it's the perfect temperature in here. How did I know that Wayne, the sexy famous mailman, was going to be the first one to chime in after seeing me whiff? Huh?
Team Pat.
Way to go, Pat. Yep, Team Pat. Yeah, you should have wore your button with the Vunja face. By the way, Pat is making dog toys with my face on them.
I saw.
She's evil.
The question is, should I make more?
We definitely need one for each of our 3 dogs.
Pat.
Mako does not have one yet either. So yes.
Yeah.
All right.
So maybe something
Okay, sounds like I should probably order more.
Thatcher has been coming here a bunch with his friends. My son is 17, and they come here often. And so, yeah, great take for all ages, you know.
I can't wait for football season.
Yeah.
I love the food here. It's comfort food. It's you know what? We've been having this conversation where like all these restaurants in town have opened up and everybody's trying to do fancy food, and all I fucking want is a burger and some like greasy like pub food.
Yeah.
And you come here and it's a beautiful, beautiful room. The bartenders are super friendly. It's like it checks off all my boxes.
Yeah.
I love it. I absolutely love what you guys have done here. Appreciate it. Congratulations to David Huddleston. And don't just think about this for golf. We just got to keep banging this thing. Come here with your buddies. Come here for breakfast. Get $5 breakfast sandwich. Can't beat that. Come here, hang out, have a few drinks. Come here to watch a game.
Can't emphasize more. Sorry to butt in.
Yeah.
Sports bar with golf.
That's it.
Before it was, we're afraid to come in because we don't golf. No, it's not that. We want everybody to come in. This is a sports bar.
Yeah.
Outside, it says sports bar now. We're going to have sports on, sound on, with golf, full bar, entertainment, Wednesdays, Sundays now from 6 till 9. We can't emphasize it more. We want people to come in for sports. And NFL, like you're talking about.
Yeah.
NFL Network, Red Zone, every game, all the big screen, all the 15-foot screens, everything at the bar. We're going to be blowing it out for the NFL season.
You're also getting a huge golden tee here too.
We're working on getting a huge golden tee, and we are also. I'm going to let you know right now. We're getting a touch tunes in here. We're also getting a bumping sound system in here, so it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to turn it up.
So if you come in here and there's only a handful of people at the bar, you ask, can you put that game on? There's 3 TVs. They put it on for you. You're gold. You're gold. Bring your laptop, hang out, have a drink, get your work done. Perfect place to hide from anybody that you want to hide from. This is your spot.
Question for Teddy.
Yes.
Oh, it says, can we order online for takeout?
Absolutely. Online. Unfortunately, we don't have online takeout right now. If you give us a call ahead of time, we'll be able to get something for you if you wanted to come in and pick up. Unfortunately, our $5 burger is dine-in only. We want you to be able to come in and experience the space.
At that price, of course.
At that price, and check us out. Sit down at the bar, sit down in one of our lounge chairs, even in one of our bays if nobody's in the bay, and check it out. You just have a beverage. You don't have to have an alcoholic beverage. You got water. You can have soda. You got juice.
Yep.
We just want to bring you in. Check it out.
Have you looked into that delivery shop?
We've looked into a few different services right now. Due to it being somewhat of our slower season, we're going to start picking up here in the fall.
Yep.
We're looking into that probably starting in the fall towards the end of October-ish.
There you go.
And start doing those services.
All right, there you go, Teddy. Thank you. I think
Thank you so much.
that was awesome.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Jimmy, what do you think, kid?
Oh,
We got to organize some fun parties here
yeah.
because this is just like such a great spot.
I mean, where we're sitting right now, I'm looking at the golf tournament on 2 of the TVs. Then I'm looking at, I don't understand, it's called the National Mullet Competition on ESPN.
Yep.
And I'm looking at these people with mullets and people are rating it. That's on one of the screens on ESPN News. And then behind us is the Hungarian Formula One race currently going on live.
So, Jimmy, is Scheffler one back from the lead?
Yeah.
Jeez, he made up some ground yesterday,
Yes,
huh?
yes, he did.
That's wild.
Yeah.
He is a phenom.
And it does look like it's pouring rain, and I don't think it's as windy.
He is a phenom. I gotta tell you something right now, especially with the now that it's legalized gambling. I've said this a couple times now. I think that gambling, like large amounts of money, is a loser's game. Totally. I like to bet like $5, $10 bets for entertainment purposes. To me, there is nothing more fun than putting a couple of $5 bets on golfers to come in the top 5 or 10 and watch a tournament because they generally start on Thursdays and they go through Sunday. Like at that $10 investment, you're like watching every single stroke, and it's so entertaining. And there's no better place to watch that than here. So there's that. All right, right there, we're at the 10-minute mark. Yep.
Can we remind everybody that we're having Christmas in July at the store next week?
Oh,
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
that's this week?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Pat, why don't you come over here so you can talk so people can hear you?
No,
Please.
right here on the-
Oh, they're not going to hear you, though. Come sit where Nicole is.
Going in there, Pat.
Turn this
Wow, we're
towards
both
you.
in the same frame.
We are having Chris. I know nobody wants to think about it yet, but Christmas in July next week at the store, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, noon to 5, unveiling Christmas items and some specials.
Oh, is that so? That's your premise, unveiling Christmas items.
Yes,
Okay.
because I have some things already set aside.
So it's not based on like some kind of crazy big sale and discounts. It's just based on
it's mostly
showcasing.
there's motivation to come in. There'll be some specials, some discounts, but I'm going to be showing off my Christmas items,
Awesome.
and hopefully people can come in next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
So there's that. I've been talking to some merchants downtown. Thank you, Pat. That's going to be phenomenal. I've been talking to some merchants downtown. Pat, can you take that graphic off for a second?
Yeah. Sorry.
That's all right. And I guess the chamber's not doing the sidewalk bazaar. The chamber's not doing the sidewalk bazaar, if I'm correct. But I think that we might try to do something as downtown merchants to do something along the lines of the sidewalk bazaar. Not close the street down because I don't think we have the time to go through the meetings that is required for that, but something interesting along the lines of what we did for Valentine's Day.
That's what I'm
Maybe we'll have the Cape Ann Museum involved. Maybe we'll have
nice.
the Maritime Gloucester involved, and we'll make it special. So
Yeah.
we'll keep you updated on that. Something we've been talking about in the last couple of days. And thank you for joining us. Kate says, when Gloucester Crossing was being built, everyone wanted a sports bar. Let's go. That's what Kate says. That's right. You can't.
Yeah.
Everywhere around town, everywhere you go, everybody talks about what for the last 10 years. Gloucester needs a real sports bar. Gloucester needs a not a place that just has the TVs on, not the sound. Gloucester needs a sports bar.
Yeah.
And here you are. And what a facility it is. Like I couldn't picture it like any better than it is. Like we have huge. How big are these screens behind me? 16 feet. How big are these screens behind me? 15 feet screens. There's 6 of them, and you got the huge 75-inch TVs behind the bar.
And don't forget they have that private room.
And if you want to have a party, that VIP room is bananas. So, all right, we're gonna. Pat, do you know how to put the end music on? All right, you do that. For Pat Dalpiaz, Nicole Wadsworth, Jimmy Dalpiaz.
Well,
what's that?
Too bad we don't have your niece.
Bye, everybody.
With big news, 411, come get the scoop. Wake up with Joe and the rest of his crew. It's good morning, Gloucester, to you. Oh, it's good morning, Gloucester, to you. I say good morning, Gloucester, to you. Good morning, Gloucester, from over the bridge. OTB.